Now imagine yourself in a school completely blocked out from society, sitting there completely disoriented, having no idea what you're going through, and then suddenly a robot bear tells you to murder everyone else around you. That, my friend, is Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony for PlayStation 4, the PC, PS Vita, and all those other Weeb consoles. Now, Shane, we're here. We're about to review Danganronpa. Now, both of us big buffs of the anime as well as the games, the VNs. It's very simple premise. When it all comes down to it, you are a character who is imprisoned with 15 other high schoolers, each with their own ultimate talents, and you're all pitted together to kill, maim, murder, all that good stuff to escape and get back into society. Now, for the third time, the third game in the series, is it really worth it? Is it really is it still offering something unique to the series?
It is offering something unique because it's very story-based. So like if you are into a very much like horror, not horror, but like thriller story, as well as a big, real good mystery, it's something that you should really, really have a look into, especially maybe go back into the old ones. Now it's V3, so it's kind of the third game, but it's kind of an own arc kind of thing itself. Is it a great jumping in point? I probably wouldn't say yes, but still it's a really, really good, like at its core, good story.
With Danganronpa in particular, I find that the game in particular, each game has a really good job at separating itself from the other media within the series. So stuff like anime, manga, you don't have to read into that in order to enjoy Danganronpa. V3, for example, is definitely no exception. I know you're a bit different on the matter, but it seems to have like all the jargon, everything like that is all explained within the game because it's very text heavy. That's the luxury you get, and I think it's quite good. It handles itself quite well. When it all comes down to it, like people within the Danganronpa, within the academy, they end up getting killed in quite brutal ways. And you'd think by the time the third game, it's like, okay, yeah, we've been there, we've done that. But it still finds ways to subvert everyone's expectations, especially longtime fans of the series and VNs in general.
It does really hit you at its core, and it hits you really fast. The tutorial, I'd say, maybe goes on for a little bit too long, but chapter 1, like, it just hits really, really hard and really, really well. It's really, really, like, written well. It's actually paced surprisingly well also. You feel like VNs can be sometimes slow, but this one always keeps you on your toes. And even like the mini games in the trials where you're actually, finding out who the killer is, they're actually now really, really different than the old previous games. So if you're actually, coming in from the old games and feeling it's, it's the same kind of repetitive stuff, there is a lot of variation there, especially like the whole vocal line trials. There's the whole new card, like
Psych Taxi.
Psych Taxi.
My personal favorite is the Psych Scrums as well. Those are my definite favorite because they're just so quick to the point, they're so jumpy. I do find, honestly, though, is that I felt like they tried a little too hard. Like, the bombastic presentation has always been a forefront of the Danganronpa series, and it's really great. It's in your face, it's loud, it's there, you can feel it. And the soundtrack is great as well. But I think when it all comes down to it, it feels that some of the mini-games, they sat there going, here's a new mini-game, here's a new mini-game, here's a new mini-game, and it seems that they're kind of spread a bit too thin for my liking. Some of them are a little bit, some of them hit really hard, and some of them are absolute stinkers, and that's a bit of a shame.
There's a few other small issues as well as, like, there's PC issues happening at the moment, and there's a few things that can be patched out and hopefully fixed, like A and S key being interchangeable sometimes.
Use a gamepad.
Yes, but at the core, it's still a really, really nice VN, and if you actually are interested in that genre and haven't touched any Danganronpas, it's not the greatest entry point, but it's still a really, really good VN.
And while we're not going to get another Zero Escape game, I'd say that Spike Chunsoft definitely have put their money where their mouth is, and Danganronpa V3 is certainly a fantastic entry in the series, even if there are a couple of issues here and there. But, I mean, coming from Super Danganronpa or Danganronpa 2, I find that's a pretty hard thing to kind of fight against. So I'd say for all it's worth, it's a pretty damn good effort.